Hi, this is Manisha Chauhan. You're watching DNA, and today we have a beautiful cast of Kutch Express. We have Viraf Patel, Darsheel Safary, and Manasi Parekh with us. So, hi guys, welcome to DNA.
Thank you,
Hi.
Manisha.
So, first of all, congratulations for the film, and it is making debut also, digital debut. So,
Yes.
so I want to know how much time did you take to say yes to the script?
Oh, I want to answer this question on behalf of a lot of people. So, when this script came to me as an actor, I was only producing it at that point. I didn't want to play the character, the lead character that I am now playing, Mongi's character, because I just thought I was young for it, and I thought like a more older, more experienced actor should be doing it. And anyway, so I never really got into that process. It took me almost a year because the script took a year and a half to write and everything, and it took me almost a year to finally say, okay, fine, let me test for this role. So even though we were producing it, I tested for it, showed it to the director, and only when he though was convinced, but I had to be convinced that I could do it. And only when I was convinced, I was like, okay, fine, okay, I'll do it. I think I'll convincingly perform. So for me, it took that much time. For Darsheel, I remember Darsheel was also a little skeptical because it was a Gujarati film, and he's never done Gujarati films before. So he was a little skeptical because obviously, which is fair because it's a different language, it's a different industry. You don't know what it's going to be like. Is it going to be good, bad, whatever? So he took a little bit of time. And Viraf, though, I think he auditioned for the role because I thought Viraf would suit the part really well because we had auditioned quite a few actors for that role. But I was thinking that no, something about Viraf makes me feel like no, he'll play the role really well. And his audition also was very good. So that landed up very nicely. And Ratna Bain took literally 10 days to say yes. I mean, she loved the script and she said, okay, I want to do this.
Okay, so how was the whole experience while working with each other?
Viraf will answer that question.
It was terrible because Mansi eats a lot, and when you're asking Mansi questions about the character, she'll have a mouthful of food, so you can't talk to her. You have to wait for her to finish eating all the time. Darsheel is like extremely talkative, where he'll talk about everything except the film and the work that you're doing. I mean,
Oh,
and Ratna ma'am के बारे में मैं क्या बताऊँ? I mean, she was such a empowering at the same time dangerous presence on the set because everybody would be walking on their toes around Ratna ma'am because she's got 40 years of experience and she's a veteran. So you slip up one bit and Ratna ma'am is going to catch you on it. But at the same time, it was amazing because everybody, right from Dharmender to Ratna ma'am, Mansi, Darsheel, they all had so many bad suggestions to give the film, but the director somehow made a very nice film.
Okay, with this, I have to ask tell me one incident that you will never forget for the rest of your lives. It can be funny, it can be, emotional, anything.
See, it is funny for me, but I can't. I don't know if it'll be funny for everyone. But we used to have these karaoke nights, and like we had, of course, everyone knows the world. Mansi ma'am is an amazing singer. Everyone's a good singer, but uh, until the secret talented singer steps in, which I never knew, Dharmendra Goyal sir plays my father in the film, is an amazing singer, but he has this way of singing, and I can't divulge many details because I have those videos, but I have laughed. I've never laughed so hard in my life. It's a non-stop 2-3 hours of just laughing. I had to go and take my asthma pump. इतना हंसते थे, इतना हंसते थे. And Dharam sir would not only sing, he would enact the song. So if I give you an example of the song called Mar Dala from Devdas, now you imagine Dharam sir enacting the song and singing it. And it was insane. And then we ended up getting, because the atmosphere, I mean, it was so magnetic, we ended up getting the resort people to join us. And they also sang with us and they also danced with us. And oh God, this memory is something I revisit again and again. I have these videos, which I promise not to divulge to anyone, to Dharam sir. But wow, I mean, that's one memory I don't think I'll ever be able to experience again. It's too much fun.
So this is for everyone. There are days when we don't feel like doing anything. We are feeling, demotivated when we don't feel like getting out of our beds and doing anything. So how do you motivate yourself on those days?
That's
I want to
very
answer.
interesting.
Okay, no, Viraf, you answer.
No, please. I want to see. I want to take inspiration from your answer.
No, Darsheel, you answer. Then I'll answer.
You always catch me off guard. No, I think very that's a very relatable question because in these times, I mean, we naturally end up putting pressure on ourselves nowadays rather than everyone else putting pressure on us, and that leads us to really look for motivation from outside only instead of looking for motivation from within. Even I've struggled with it. I'm still struggling with it to a certain extent. But I think I've realized that I've started reading a lot of some spiritual books that I've gotten into. And I think all of them mention one thing is if you look after your physical health first, automatically your mental health, your social health, your virtual health, I don't know what other healths are there, but all of them will get aligned and sorted step by step.
So yeah, I think in my 20s, as a person in this industry, especially as an actor and especially as a female actor, there's double pressure also because you have to look a certain way, and then people judge you on the way you look, and they're like, yeah, but you're not hot enough, you're not pretty enough, and you're not going to get a lead role, and all these things were thrown at me at the start of my career, which really used to be demotivating. But then I was like, I'll find my own path and I'll figure it out, and of course. So the insecurities and the anxieties would come, and I think the days when you don't feel like doing anything and are demotivated are also the days when you let your fear and your anxiety take the better out of you. And now that I'm getting older, I realize that the best way to deal with it is, okay, fine, I am fearful, accept it. That's the first step, and then just show up. Whatever you're doing, you just have to show up. Even if you feel like crap, you just show up. You feel terrible about everything, you think this is not going to work, you still show up.
I too have experienced this, that this is perhaps my 18th or 19th year in this career, and I must confess that different things have motivated me at different stages of my life. So when I was participating in Mr. India, the pageant, I remember being motivated to hit the gym because I had this visual of being on stage, and then there'll be these judges. So I have got to give my best, buddy. Come on, move your bum. And you're hitting the gym for that. Then once you graduate into being part of the industry, so then you're being motivated by, oh, tomorrow is my shoot, so I better do 5 push-ups more and do that bench press as well and do some abs as well because they're going to shoot that body shot. So you're inspired by that. And then there was the pandemic where nothing was happening. And I was like, I have to find a reason to go down and do some movement and just not sit and run. And I think that was the time where I really had to look within to self-motivate, because around you, the scenario was very grim, but you still had to find the energy within yourself, a reason to keep going. And that's where I really realized the power of self-compassion, self-motivation, honoring yourself first. And now, if I feel like there is a day where I don't feel like doing anything, I don't do anything.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for joining DNA. So all the best.
Thank you.
Yes, please
Thanks
watch
a lot.
Kutch Express on ShemarooMe.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.